But look at Sandy. Sandy, say hi. Sandy, say hi. Look. Look. You're on camera. Say hi, buddy. Hi, everyone. We're having a launch party for the Credit and Funding Mastery Summit. And sleepy looking Sandy, she's over here looking like she's about to fall out. Okay. I'm not going to worry about it. So, okay, I got a few people on. People say hi to me so I know that I'm not just talking to myself. That would be so lovely. I would so appreciate a nice message. Oh, there's Cousin. Cousin's back. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me okay. I decided to smooth the music down. We listen to some Jill Scott now. So hopefully this is a little sexy music too, actually. Okay, yeah, well, okay, we're gonna keep all the sexy music away. But please make comments so I know if you can hear me okay. Because right now I do not know. And if I don't know, I hate to do a whole video talking and thinking I'm saying something and you can't hear me. So just a simple yes, I can hear you would be much, much appreciated. Sandy, say hi to everybody. Did you say hi? So no one's gonna say, I know I only have, looks like I don't have very many people on right now. So hopefully you can hear me. Okay, well, I'm just gonna start talking and hope that you can hear me because y'all are not telling me if you can hear me or not. So I'm just gonna assume that you can. So in any event, this is part 2 of the other video that I just was doing. And it's all about sharing information about the upcoming Credit and Funding Mastery Summit, which is starting on December the 3rd and going until December the 7th. And as I was mentioning, we're going to be sharing some truly transformational information on how you can restore personal credit, how you can build business credit, how you can start a nonprofit and get funding for your nonprofit, how you can start a franchise, how to know whether or not your financial situation or your financial challenges will qualify you for bankruptcy, whether bankruptcy is a good option for you. We're going to be talking about the money mindset. We're going to be talking about how to properly manage your money. And that's something a lot of people struggle with because, okay, bro, just want to peek out. And feel free to please comment so I know that you can hear me okay, because, again, I'm not sure. Okay, little Sandy, say bye to everybody. I'm going to put you down. Say bye. Okay, I'll put you down for now. So anyway, so we're going to be talking about all things credit, all things funding, but we're also going to be talking about how to properly manage your money. Hey Jen, how you doing? So hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm assuming that you can hear me because no one else has said anything about being able to hear me. So hopefully you guys can. could just comment just to let me know that you can hear me, that would make me feel so much better. Like I'm not just having my mouth moving on Facebook with no words coming out. Okay. And I don't know if you are commenting and I'm just not seeing it because I'm doing great, Jen. I'm doing great. So you can hear me because you responded and asked me how I'm doing. So I'll assume everything as well. So anyway, I'm just gonna keep talking. But what this whole live broadcast about? This is me having a pre-launch party for the Credit and Funding Mastery Summit. We are having some good music in the background, and we're talking all things credit, funding, business, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit about my own personal journey and my story and why I decided to put together a summit like this. So, we kind of already shared a little bit about some of the topics that we're going to be covered, but let's talk about why I am passionate about this particular topic and why you would want to make sure that you register for the upcoming summit, which is actually free for now for a limited time. So make sure that you click the link in the description box and register for the summit because it is going to be extremely powerful. You know, I'm talking like grown people stuff on this video. I'm talking about the things that we all need to be concerned with, we all need to be focused on. Unfortunately, if I was, doing a video about, celebrity gossip or jokes or something like that, a lot of times I would probably have more viewers checking this video out. But, that's not surprising. The vast majority of people are not going to achieve their goals because they're not on their goals or they don't have any goals. So, if you are, this video or this series of videos is going to be for the exclusive bunch of people who literally take their lives seriously and are very intent on making a change for the better. You want to empower your financial situation, learn how to properly manage your money, or if you already have that under control, how to invest and grow your money faster. You want to understand how to build your credit. Even if your credit is good, you want to understand how to maintain your credit at the levels that are ideal, to have it at. You also may be one of those people that is thinking about starting a business. You're not sure, if you can start a business because you don't really have the money. You're concerned about, your business failing for lack of funds. This summit is for you because we're going to be talking about how you can go about securing those funds. And we have a multitude of people sharing a multitude of different ways that you can fund your enterprise and literally, create the life and the lifestyle that you desire by, in whatever industry that you're in. So with that being said, that's just an overview of some of the topics that we're going to cover in the summit. But I'm going to talk to you more about why I'm passionate about this and why, I decided to put this together. Just a little bit of background about me. I am, my background is in real estate. I did real estate and mortgages for 8 years. And I actually got into the real estate industry right when the real estate market was hot back in, let's see, what year was that? That was like 2002. in Los Angeles. And if you know anything about the real estate market at that particular time, you know, it was literally on fire. Like houses were selling like hotcakes. Things, you know, were staying on the market for like, you know, a day or two and getting multiple offers. People were literally refinancing their house every 6 months because there was so much equity that was building in people's homes to where, you know, a house that they bought, you know, 6 months prior for $400,000, they turn around in 6 months and it's worth $450,000. So, you know, I had clients that were refinancing their house every couple months. They're taking trips, you know, they're doing all kinds of stuff. They're buying cars, they're doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, that period of time was probably, you know, I think for the vast majority of Americans, life was really good because the market was good. You know, the real estate market was good. The stock market was good. People were making money, and it was just a really good time. And then, of course, we know what happened a few years after that. The real estate market crashed dramatically. And when it did crash, the real estate, you know, all the values came tumbling down with it. It was literally, Ray, I actually, right now, in answer to your question, I see your question pop up, which is totally separate from what I'm talking about, but that's okay. The cost is $97 right now. It is eventually going to go up to its regular price, which is $297, which is still literally like mind-bogglingly inexpensive for the type of training and value that you're going to get in the sessions. But for now, as a pre-launch special, it is on sale for VIP for only $97. So you'll have lifetime access to the summit as well as all of the bonuses. And so you can't hear me. It's buffering. Okay, can you hear me now? How about now? Because I literally have no other windows open. It should be good. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Because I should be okay, I think. On my side, it doesn't appear to be buffering, so I just want to make sure that you can actually hear me before I start pontificating and you still can't understand or hear what I'm saying. So just let me know in the comments. I would definitely appreciate it. Hello, Anthony Hamilton for us. I need to get away. Go home and throw my clothes on. Come get you right away. Can't wait to see you looking lovely. There probably is still a delay because I don't see any new comments. So I'm not sure if you hear me or not because no new comments have come up. So if you could respond and just let me know that you can hear me, that would be great. You can hear me now. Fantastic. Thank you, Jen. So back to my story. So we know what happened. The real estate market crashed, and when all that happened, you know, the real estate prices came tumbling down with it, and literally it was catastrophe for me. At the time, I had a small mortgage company that I was running. So I had a small office, and you know, nice overhead with having an office, an assistant, and you know all the expenses that come along with that. I had a condo out in LA, and then I had purchased a property here in Atlanta. And when the real estate market crashed, literally it was catastrophe for my income. But even more so than the catastrophe for my income was the fact that because I didn't really have proper financial education, I wasn't prepared for it. Ironically, I had hired a financial planner for myself, and she put together this very, very intricate, plan of action for me to get my finances in order for retirement and all that. And when I started working with her, I still had my own ideas, because as far as I was concerned, I was making great money. The money train was never going to end. So why should I listen to your advice? You don't know anything about what I'm doing. I'm making great money. Like, I'm getting these 5-figure checks that are looking extremely good. I don't want to hear about saving for retirement and that I should put 20% down on my house, or I shouldn't have bought the house unless I put 20% down. Oh, I just didn't listen and wasn't really content to hear any of that. But because of that lack of financial education, I literally went through much more than I needed to go through, because I just didn't know what I didn't know. And I was also stubborn. Let me not say stubborn. I'm going to say this. I think that everybody, sometimes we need to learn lessons from people that we can relate to and that we can respect. Not everybody is going to be able to deliver a message that you can receive the same way. You can have two people say the exact same thing, but if you're not feeling that person, or if they're not, the way that they deliver it is not resonating with you, then you won't necessarily receive it unless you're absolutely 100% ready. At that point, I wasn't really 100% ready. I just wasn't, I knew I needed to take some action. I just wasn't ready to be disciplined about what that would look like. So that being said, when the real estate market crashed, I went through an extremely bad time financially. I mean, literally lost my properties, had to, file bankruptcy, the whole nine. It was a very, very, very challenging time financially, and most of all, emotionally, because, most of us are really programmed and conditioned to tie our identity and who we are, our value, to what we do and what we have. And that's very common with a lot of people. We, think, okay, well, I am, whatever the title that you assign yourself to be. If you are a lawyer, if you are a doctor, if you are a sales professional, you're a real estate agent, you're a mortgage person, you're whatever, people tie their identity to those things. And if you come to a place where you are no longer in that capacity or in that role, then the question becomes, well, who are you? What is your worth? Do you have value? Do you have worth separate and aside from the title that somebody has given you, or the degrees that you have? What is what are you doing? So literally that whole challenge that I went through, it was literally the worst and the best thing that happened to me. And, most people say stuff like that and you hear it and you're just like, oh, whatever. But literally, I truly believe, like, when we go through different challenges in life, they are to help us expand, because every next level of our lives is going to require us to show up a little bit differently. You're not going to be able to get to any next level in your life by having the same behaviors that you have right now. Because if you had the behaviors of the person of the level that you want to be at, then you would already be there. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it boils down to, challenges appear in our life to cause us to either expand and grow, or just, shrivel up and die. There's literally the two options that we have. So sometimes it takes a while to get out of that desert where you can, before you can see what it was all for. But in the end, it all is about lessons and about growing and expanding and getting to that next level. So with that, I ended up started doing credit repair, and all things related to helping people restore their credit, because that was an industry that I was already familiar with, having had a background in real estate and dealing with mortgages and dealing with people and their credit. And it was kind of just one of those things that I got into and, just started doing as a way to generate income, to be honest. It wasn't something that I necessarily was planning to do. It was just one of those things I fell into. But life had some plans for me and some lessons that needed to be learned along the path. And one of those lessons, when I went through that desert of not really, I went through that desert of just trying to figure myself out and figure out, who I was at the end of the day, because, I didn't have the stuff anymore. I didn't have the houses. I didn't have the car. I didn't have the, those outward symbols that a lot of us attach our self-esteem to. Those things were gone. So then it became, okay, well, what the heck is my value? Like, what is life all about? Like, why am I even here? Like, what is this? What is this life thing? And it's funny because I talk to people all the time, and I think it's one of those questions that a lot of us, most of us, struggle with. We're just like, okay, well, I'm going to work, I'm coming home, I'm paying these bills, I go on vacation once a year, and like, is this it? Like, is this all I'm supposed to do? Like, you may have some kids, you may not, and is this it? Is this life? Is this all it is? The hamster wheel of just, Groundhog Day every single day, like doing the same thing, seeing the same people, all of that. So that journey in like losing everything was the best thing that happened to me, because it forced me to really look at myself, to look at, the decisions that I was making. Like, was I just on this journey of like chasing the carrot of money, which a lot of us do? Like, we're chasing after, like, okay, well, if I have, a couple $1 million, I'll be happy. All will be well. Everything will be great. But the reality is, if your goal is just about the money, then you'll constantly be chasing that forever. You'll be chasing more money forever, because there's always going to be more money. There's always going to be more things that you can buy. There's always going to be more, cars, more clothes, more whatever, more jewelry, whatever it is. So it's got to be more than than the things. It's got to be about more than that. And part of my journey in that space was also that my mother, who was also in California, moved here to Atlanta and started living with me. And she developed breast cancer. And in that process, it was very, very, it was a very opening experience. It was a lot that happened in that process that was very evolutionary for me personally. But the whole thing that I came to was that, life is extremely short. Like there's not, I think we take for granted that there's so much time to do the things that we want to do, to do the things that we want to do, to travel, to spend the time with the people we love. But we put all that stuff to the side in an effort to chase after the money, and we make that our focus and what drives us on a daily basis. We put all the valuable things to the side, which are the relationships, the people that we care about, the people that care about us, in an effort to, we put those to the side chasing money. But then we get to a place in life where we realize, like, wow, like, okay, at the end of the day, it's cool, but it's not, I can't hold the money. The money's not going to take care of me. I mean, it could take care of you, you could hire some people to take care of you, but you know what I'm saying. I remember when my mother she got very ill, and the home health care person was talking to me, and she said, you know what, you are a wonderful daughter. Like you're taking care of your mom. You take good care of her. And I'm thinking to myself, like, duh, isn't that what everybody does? Like, I'm not doing anything special. But literally she would tell me, like, it's the vast majority of people out here are, they call in these home health care nurses to come and take care of their loved ones because they're, the kids are too busy to check on their parents and make sure that their parents are okay, or take care of them and make sure that they're okay. And that was very disheartening to me. But the whole thing about it is, at the end of the day, all that we're here to do is to love each other, to serve each other, and to just, really just share love and share, empower each other. That's really what it's about. That's what life is about, period. I don't know anybody on the planet that does something that is in service to others, that helps somebody else, that turns around and says, oh, dang, that was like totally whack. Like, I hated that whole experience. Some of the most fulfilling situations and environments that people find themselves in is when they are in service to people in some form or capacity, and or doing the thing that they really, really enjoy. And so, like I said, my mother has since passed. She did succumb to breast cancer. However, I am extremely grateful for the lessons that I learned with her along the way, because what I saw in her through that whole process was, living life, like, as I came up, she was always a very regimented and very methodical person. Things had to be a certain way. I have to control the environment. I need to make sure that things are going a certain way, and that, there's a precise and accurate manner of doing everything, and you have to be methodical and all that stuff. And, what happens to, what I've noticed in life is that life will break you down. Life will take you into places that you, what is this? Life will take you into places that you never thought you would go, and it will break you down to where you have no choice but to surrender. You have no choice but to recognize that you are not in control, and that life is just going to do what life does. And you've got to enjoy and find your joy in every bit of it. So, you know, regardless of whatever is happening in your life or whatever has happened in your life, that's totally irrelevant. I don't know what just happened. I just got some random pop up on my screen. Ugh. You gotta love these computers. I don't know. I think I need to clean up my system completely. It's doing something weird. But feel free to just comment so I know that I'm not just rambling and speaking to myself. Hopefully I'm making sense. But saying all that to say, life is going to take us in places that we never thought we would have to go. It's going to, we're going to go through challenges. We're going to go through hardships. We're going to experience pain. We're going to experience loss. All of those things are really for our expansion. And it's about taking us, preparing us for that next level. And, you know, a lot of times, you know, we go through things and we just bemoan that situation. We, you know, focus on poor me, that shouldn't happen, it's not fair, all these different things. Like, you know, like there's people that are more deserving to go through hardship than you are. Or, you know, I'm a good person, I shouldn't have to go through anything. Well, so someone else should have to go through it? Like, I don't know. But the whole thing is, you know, life is all about sharing love with the people around you, not just your family or your friends, but just sharing love with each other. And something that this is making me think about something that I often think about, especially in today's world with the political climate being what it is. So many of us are very, very passionate about the things that we do not like in society, the things that we don't want to see. We're very passionate. We're very clear about all that's wrong with those things. But most of us cannot really define what we desire to see. We know that we don't like racism. We know that we don't like sexism. We know that we don't like, you know, all these different isms. But then it's like, okay, well, what is the ideal of the world that we would like to see? You know, what does that even look like? You know, we're fighting against all these different ideas and forces, but then where is the vision for what we are trying to create? And so for me, you know, the vision of what I see and what I would love to see the world being is a world where every single person is able to self-determine what their life looks like, that we're not cramming our kids into these boxes and saying, you know, you have to go to college and you have to become a lawyer or a doctor or something along those lines in order to be quote unquote successful. Because there are plenty of people that have these titles, have this experience, have the education, and they're completely miserable. So it's not about the titles. It's not about how much money you make. It's about your passion and about what your gifts and strengths are and how you can help other people, how you can serve other people utilizing those strengths. So I'm saying all this to say, you know, this is the kind of the backdrop of what motivated me to put together the Credit and Funding Mastery Summit, because I wanted to create a platform that is all about educating people about the financial aspect that we need to conquer in order to live on purpose, live our dreams, live what we're actually being called to do, but you know, also be of service to humanity. Like, you know, let me even back up some more. You know, a lot of people are really, really totally unaware and not really paying attention to what's going on in our society. Literally, and I need some wine on this because anyway. Feel free to comment, people, if you are feeling anything I'm saying or you hear me. So I know I'm not just rambling to myself. But what was I saying? Lord have mercy, I forgot what I was saying. Most of us are what was I saying? I was saying that we're not clear about what we here for, that we need to be focused on what we are, how we are here to serve. And I was going to make a quick point, but that little pause made me forget. I don't know. The long and the short of it is that, I know what I was going to talk about. What I was going to mention was that a lot of people are totally unaware of how the rise of automation is going to affect them and their job prospects in the near future. Literally, if you've been paying attention, technology has changed at such a rapid speed over the past 10 years, and it's going to go even faster over the next 10 years. So literally, we've been seeing all the rise of AI technology, where we have computers that can listen to us and understand what our needs are and deliver those things. We have Siri, we have Alexa, we have all these different AI technologies that are literally giving us information on demand. Then we have all this automation that's taking place to where whole industries are going to disappear right before our eyes. So all the people that are not really thinking about multiple sources of income, and all the people that are not thinking about entrepreneurship and how they can start a business where they control the means of their income, are really, those individuals are really going to suffer in the next coming years, because number one, a lot of technology is going to take over lots of industries, and number two, you're basically placing your life, your future, your family's future in the hands of corporations who have already demonstrated that they don't give a dang about you. They don't care. They're all about profits. They're all about their bottom line. So when it comes down to it, if you're not financially empowering yourself to take control of your own financial situation, creating your own economy, then literally you are putting yourself in harm's way. You're putting your family in harm's way. So that is the whole premise for why I put together the Credit and Funding and Mastery Summit, because I wanted to get together all of these resources so people could understand how they can bring their vision into reality. So again, we're talking about personal credit, we're talking about business credit, we're talking about business funding, we're talking about how to start a nonprofit, how to fund a nonprofit with grant funds. Actually, one of the most interesting things that I learned, in this process with doing all these interviews was that specifically the nonprofit space, you literally, you can take any type of business that you have, any type of business idea, and apply it in the nonprofit space. I was amazed to find out that, there are literally nonprofit restaurants, there's nonprofit bars. There are, actually the singer Bon Jovi, if you're familiar with Bon Jovi, he has a restaurant that he opened that literally has no prices. It is totally free to come and eat. You can order whatever you want. They do not charge you for it. You are able to give a donation if you desire to, but you're not required to. And all of that is funded by grant money. I was blown away by that. And I learned that, that apparently this restaurant was so successful that they have expanded into multiple locations. So literally, there's so many people that are out here that are waiting to be helped. Our society, we're very clear on all the things that are not working. We can see the homeless problem. We can see, the people that are not homeless but are hungry, working families that don't have enough food. We can see, so many different situations in our society that require intervention, that require help. And, a lot of us feel powerless to influence it because we're so busy being busy, trying to just live, trying to pay our mortgage and take care of, our families. And so we don't think about, that there is a real opportunity to serve and help people, empower people, and also make a very nice living. And so I'm really proud of this summit because there is a lot of content in the summit that is literally sharing information on how you can, how you can take any type of business opportunity. Like it doesn't have to be, a traditional type of nonprofit. It can be any type of business that you can apply to the nonprofit space. We're talking about those type of things, which for me really has been, it was a game changer in my mind and adjusted my thinking mentally to certain things that I had been putting on the back burner. It's now coming to the forefront, like, okay, well, yeah, this is something that, I was thinking I was going to have to, get my business credit in order and get funding and get all this stuff, when in actuality, there's another method of doing it that will be much easier, which will be much more productive and will allow me to do what I love every day, serve the people that really need the help every day. And I'm really excited about it. So that's some of the stuff that I wanted to share with you about the summit. And why I'm so excited about the content is because literally the information that's being shared, it can really transform your life. It can transform your trajectory. If you're going in a certain direction and it's not really where you want to go, the information that we're sharing in the summit can literally give you an idea of some different things some different ways that you can pivot to make what your vision is a reality. And so I'm saying all that to say, definitely take advantage of the summit registration. Right now, it is absolutely free to register for the event. You can go to the link in the description box, but it is also the Credit and Funding Mastery Summit.com. And make sure you get registered. It is free to register, just to let you know how it's going to work. All the videos are going live on December the 3rd, and they're going to be 3 to 4 videos released every day through December 7th. Each daily video, each set of daily videos will be available for you to watch 100% free for 24 hours. After that 24 hours, you will not be able to watch those videos from that previous day's session. So basically, if you would like to make sure that you get all of the content and don't miss any of it, I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you look at our VIP Premium All Access Pass, because what happens with that is that it gives you access to all of the trainings. They're on demand so that you don't have to worry about not being able to catch it live, missing something. Or if you want to review the content, again, you have the ability to do that. So that's one aspect of it. But additionally, you're also getting about $4,300 worth of additional bonuses by signing up for the All Access Pass. So you're getting, I don't remember all of the bonuses offhand, but I'm going to say this. We are hosting a live event. We're going to be doing the Credit and Funding Summit event live here in Atlanta in spring 2019. You will receive 2 free tickets to attend that event, which will be absolutely transformational. Highly, highly, highly recommend that you take advantage of that, because when we start rolling out tickets for that live event, it will never be anywhere close to $97 for 2 people. So definitely, just even for that value, I say take advantage of that. You're also, when you upgrade to the VIP All Access Pass, you're going to get access to a set of live Q&A sessions with all of the master trainers that are speaking at this event. So literally, you'll be able to ask questions, get your questions answered, and get feedback on, some of the questions that you may have. So that's a very, very important aspect. Additionally, you're also going to get access to a Facebook group, which is going to be our VIP Mastermind group. And this group is going to be filled with individuals that are all about, empowering themselves financially, taking themselves to the next level, getting financial education, getting business education, all that good stuff. And we are going to create a community that is focused on helping each other to get to the next level and be successful. The whole culture that we are creating is all about service. It's all about collaboration. It's all about individuals helping each other to be better. And so that is what the mastermind will do for you. It will give you a community of individuals that will support you on your journey and help you to achieve your long-term goals. There are some additional bonuses. We have a guide on how to build business credit without using your Social Security number, how to build it under your EIN number instead of your SSN. That is one of our bonuses. We have some additional live event tickets to an event that is all about money education and financial empowerment. So definitely make sure you take advantage of that. So there's some massive bonuses that we have within the summit, and they're only going to be available until December the 5th. So the day after, let's see, is that right? I believe it's December the 5th, $97. Actually, I'm sorry. It's December the 4th for $97. So after that, it's going to go up to $197 through December 7th. And then anytime after December 7th, it will be at the regular price, which is $297, which is still an amazing value for the type of training and bonuses that you'll get access to. So with that being said, I just wanted to make sure that I gave you a little bit of a backdrop about what this summit is all about, why I'm passionate about it, why you should even care about any of this information. And I hope that you consider, if you haven't been focused on getting your credit in order, if you haven't been focused on starting a business, if you do have a business and you are bootstrapping it and you're struggling financially and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make the payroll, next week, I encourage all of you to make sure that you register for this event, get the information, get the training, understand the resources and the options that you have available to you to be able to position yourself to create the life that you truly desire. You know, when I'm in the flow and when I feel like I'm doing what I love and I'm serving who I want to serve, and I'm, you know, there's a certain joy and a certain effortlessness that happens that, you know, every person needs to experience. You know, life is not about just going to work so you have enough money to pay your bills. It's literally about how you can help and influence and grow and share and just make the world a better place. So that is my goal, and I hope that you all. The dog is like, what's going on? What are you barking about? You want to get back on camera? Come here. You want to say bye to everybody? Come here. Oh, no, you don't want to? That's fine. You just want to bark? Or what? Come here. You want to come here? Okay. She just wants to bark and not come and say bye. Come here. Oh, she doesn't want to. That's fine. Anyway, that's all I have for tonight. I hope you got some value out of some of the information I shared with you. We're actually going to be doing this again tomorrow. Same location. Actually, I think we may be doing some YouTube videos as well tomorrow, but definitely just make sure that you click the link in the description box and get registered. It's free to register right now. Take advantage of that, get the information, and position yourself so that you can take everything to another level in 2019. At the end of the day, no one wants to be doing the same things, hanging out with the exact same people, just you know, on a constant hamster wheel year after year, because they're not growing and not taking things to another level. So make sure that you are getting empowered and getting the information that you need to make that transformation a reality. So with that being said, that is it for now. I hope to see you on the summit, and I will talk to you all very soon. Take care.